People, Deluded, I'm back again. Now, sadly, we dropped points and drew 2-2 against Crystal Palace, which is 2 points dropped. Palace are licking their lips and are really kicking themselves the fact that they got something out of this game. Now, don't get it twisted. They knew Arsenal are, these are the goals they scored I describe as goals Arsenal typically concede. They knew they could get something out of this game. Dare I say, while Arsenal are the bigger club, and if they didn't win like today, it would draw more headlines, dare I say, more people kind of expected Palace to get something than Arsenal winning. Like, one of my boys said on the way to the game, they said more people probably be shocked at, what did he say? He said more people probably be shocked at Arsenal winning today than Palace winning 3-0. I can't remember, something along them lines, and it was damning but almost true. Now, going into the game, we spoke of, well, pre-game, all the players and whatnot in the build-up spoke about starting fast. And we did that. Ultimately, it started well. Age-old saying, you go 2-0 up, it's a dangerous lead. We failed to hold that. We failed to come out of the blocks at half-time. And we got our just desserts. Now, obviously, we got shagged, people. We got shagged. We should have had another goal. It was disallowed because of VAR, obviously, but it is what it is. It's 2-2. With that being said, we might as well have the player ratings. Now, it's a weird one, man. It's a weird one because as crazy as the game was, if my English is poor, I actually kind of enjoyed myself today, man. Like, I'm annoyed about the result, of course, but it's like I was more annoyed at Bournemouth people. For me, yeah, man, so you might as well just review the player rating. So let me get the lineup so I don't forget anyone else, because it is one of them days, people. I'm not gonna lie, where I'm just gonna eat my food, have a shower. I'm not gonna watch Match of the Day. I'm just gonna go to my bed, man. It's one of them games. Leno, I give Leno a 5, man. Again, I have to watch the game again, but being live at the ground, I don't necessarily feel the goals were his fault. Really, the only thing I was really annoyed with Leno is that it's 2-1 to us. It's a couple moments before half time, and he's trying them superstar passes to Aubameyang, who's heavily marked. Just a bit of game management, especially as the keeper. You can set the tone and whatnot. Just you know, calm it down a bit. But that was it. I give Leno a 5. I give Chambers a 4. Now I feel Chambers did alright defensively, but I felt up until a point, and until Palace scored, I felt Chambers was doing alright. I feel. The only problem prior to that, people, and I'll get onto the penalty, is Chambers, he's shown that it's no fault of his own. His skill set in the final third cannot help us. Lacazette was very annoyed having been at that game, people. Lacazette sometimes behaves like a spoiled child when the ball's not laid on the plate. But Chambers overhitting, underhitting, bit predictable. It's not his skill set in it. It's square pegs in round holes. He's doing a job for us at right back. I had no complaints with him starting at right back. Bellerin looked rusty. Maitland-Niles looked shot on confidence and poor on form, so he's lost his space. Chambers has done alright when called upon. You are thinking it's a bit of a stress though going into the game. Obviously playing Zaha, similar to Daniel James, kind of tested Chambers. But I thought before that Chambers, he kind of kept Zaha quiet because Palace were playing quite poorly. He showed a willingness to get forward and mash in some work. And in fact, in the whole game, Chambers tries. Like, Chambers is a very good trier. Like, the application was there. I just feel, obviously, the penalty incident, you can't get around that. So I mark, he probably would have got a 6 if the penalty didn't happen, 5 or 6. But I've got to mark him down for the penalty, because obviously I don't feel that's the fundamental reason we lost or didn't walk away with things. It'd be easy to say that goal, it's only 2-1, but he obviously conceded that. And for me, what I'm actually more annoyed is, I know he's not a fullback, but you were a centre mid, and most centre mids have good, I'm not saying he doesn't, but centre mid's got some pretty good technical qualities. His final ball at right back is kind of harming us, and if his end product was a bit better, we could have probably done more, but it's not his fault. So I give Chambers a 4, people, straight up, really. Socrates, I give Socrates, you know what? I need to watch the game again, so I'm going to give him a 5, because I did feel his performance. I feel he was alright, man. I've been on Socrates' case. He obviously scored. I felt he'd done alright with a couple tackles and things. Obviously, if I watch the goals again, we probably all defended poorly. But I'll give Socrates a 5. I give Luiz, I'm torn between a 4 and a 5, so I'll give him a 5. I give Tierney a 6. I feel Tierney done his thing today, and I was upset that he came off, but I understand it, because Trusay, he's working his way back to playing on a regular basis, and he did have cramp on Thursday, so did a bit of that play a part? I don't know. It might have just been legit tactics to take him off the field. But you obviously, yeah, man, I give Tierney a 6. Pepe 4. The application was there in the first half, but I just feel we was poor as a team, so I'm gonna give him a. Do you know what? I'm gonna give Luis a 4. I'm gonna revise my ratings, people. Luis gets a 4 because I'm getting flashbacks. Socrates walks away with a 5, 4 plus a bonus point. Midfielders, I feel Guendouzi was okay today, man. I'll give him a 6. I really liked how Guendouzi played today, man. Even that rugby tackle in the end of the game. So I give him a 6. Ceballos a 5. He's still waiting for a bit more, really. It wasn't poor. It wasn't as poor as it wasn't as poor. It wasn't a thing where he was a level below the team. He was all poor. So I think he gets a 5, man. I didn't really see nothing from Ceballos. Couple good passes and a willingness to throw himself about. But yeah, man, you want a bit more from Ceballos. So he gets a 5. Guendouzi is 6. Pepe, I'm gonna give him a 4. I'm gonna give him a 5. I'm gonna give him a 5. I'm gonna give him a front 3. A low scoring 5, people. I'm gonna give a low scoring 5. No, I gotta give a 4, man. I gotta give a 4 to Pepe, Aubameyang and Lacazette respectively, purely because it's through no fault of their own. There's no midfield, so they're unable to really get in the game. Probably on another day of 5 in terms of applications, but I feel it was a poor day today. I'm giving Xhaka a 3, people, maybe even a 2, and that's actually, he would have got a 4 because I don't think he was worse than anyone, and I think he was a bit scapegoated today, but you're the captain. Not only are you wasting time and sulking for yourself, I do think you're justified in reacting because you're human. Fans have been on your back for a while, and that's probably been a long time coming. It's like a volcano. He's taken a lot of poo, or shit, basically, so it was always going to erupt at some point. He is human. We all lose our heads. I know professional footballers have to be professional, but at the same time, Xhaka is someone that through his whole life has faced prejudice as a son of immigrant parents. His parents have obviously fled war-torn nations. Xhaka has had a lot of personal adversity in his career and personal life. So as much as the boos are not needed, and I felt we're a bit scapegoaty based on solely on this game with you, what's boos really? You've probably dealt with mad comments in your face, and you clearly have. What's boos? And for me, away from that, I feel the fans are sick doing what they did was a bit mad today. And I don't feel he's right, but he's not wrong, but right for reacting, people. My problem with Xhaka now is you're captain. You're captain. I know it hurts, but conduct yourself personally in a proper way. And for me, I don't mind Xhaka, but he wouldn't be in my lineup, and I'm sure he wouldn't be in a lot of yours. The one man whose opinion matters, whether we agree with it or not, is playing you. The least you can do in a result that we're not looking like we're getting what we want today is come off that field as quickly as possible. And the players, people, you are all, if you look at it, we're brothers in arms. That the team is a brothers in arms, people, soldiers in the trenches. Obviously, I don't know the technical terms, but Emery is obviously the head of the command of the army, and then you've got your first lieutenant or whatever in Xhaka, because you're the captain. You're meant to be leaders of that men. You've been dealing with the personal criticisms that these players have been, the personal comments that these players have been. You have been talking in them intricate meetings and stuff with these players. These are your guys. These are players you're meant to fight for. We win and lose and draw together as a team, and you're walking off. Players that blood, sweat and tears with you every day in training. You're letting down your teammates. That's a disgrace. That is where I have the problem. You're letting down your teammates. Arsenal fans, we're a club that bang on about class. We can all have our opinion, but there's a fine line between opinions and scapegoating and just downright wrong. We can do better. But you're an Arsenal captain. Players, you're not fit to be a captain just solely for ability, people, Xhaka. But people that are more deserving of that captaincy have not worn that captaincy. Just forget about the captaincy. Players that have not been better players than you, that have never played for this shirt. You are half the ability of them, and you know you're lucky, and you're behaving like that, regardless of whether you're right or wrong. Because like I said, no one's hands are clean in this. Disgraceful. Gets a 3. You're the captain. We're chasing the game. You're walking. Cannot condone that. I get it. Fans have given you a lot of stuff. You've even had stuff on social media. Pregnant wife has had even stuff. I heard your family members was at the game, specifically your dad, so I assume everyone else is. You've just had a newborn. I don't know if she was at the game, but I'm pretty sure you don't want to tell your newborn, yo, your first Emirates game, your dad came off as a sub and got booed. And if that is the case, that's obviously going to hurt. That's going to hurt. I'm not going to get upset with him telling fans to F off. It shouldn't happen, but that doesn't annoy me. What annoys me more is you're letting down the other men. Because what has your fellow player done to you? What has the fellow players done to you? What have them players done to you? They're fighting and doing all them drills and dealing with the problems that you're dealing with, and you've let them down. Listen, people, it's only grassroots football, but if I did that at in my grassroots team at Norseman and Edinburgh All-Stars, man, they would beat me up in the change rooms. And so it should be. So it should be, because you're letting people down. You let yourself down, you let people down, and the fans need to pattern up, really and truly. Whether you want a man out or not, the fans need to pattern up in it, because it's getting a bit toxic. The club need to come out and also say something about Mesut Ozil, because when you've got this Xhaka stuff, when you've got question marks over Emery, and when you have this Ozil stuff, if I haven't said it already, and the chants in the stadiums, I know because I'm there, it's toxic. Fans all need to be on the same page, and we're not, because there's a thin line between healthy question marks of Emery, but now we're needing to see stuff and we're not. And the more these results persist now, it's going to leave us in problems. We're 5th now. We have dropped, bro, from a possible 6 points out from 2 games. We've walked away with 1, dropping 5 in typical Arsenal fashion. It is a joke, people. I'm done with the player ratings, man. I think I've named everybody. If I haven't, forget them, people. I know there were substitutions. I know Kolasinac came on. Who else came on? I'm a bit annoyed I can't even remember. Should have been Martinelli who come on the backside, picture and showing what he could do. Saka, you did what you could. You put yourself about. Shout to Torreira, because you look vexed on the subs bench. And actually vexed at Xhaka as well. But it is what it is on that note, man. People, DG, thank you for watching and rocking out.